Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the I Am CDB project. I, of course, am your host, CDB. You are not. And today, I'm going to use a product called Elvado. This is Pacific Coast Kahuna, and boy, this smells great. I got it yesterday from the kind folks at Elvado out of Canada. They had sent me an email asking if I'd like to try it, and I said, sure, as long as I'm able to give it away and speak honestly and candidly. So here we see a product, and I'll use another one on the weekend, and there will be a giveaway. I've scooped a little bit out with my cosmetic scooper and put it in a bowl and lathered it up some. So let me go ahead and wet the face, and let's get going here without delay. This morning I'm going to be using, or when you're watching this, it'll be evening, but this is Tuesday morning, the mighty R41 with an Astra SP blade, a Jurgen Hempel titanium handle. One thing that stands out right away is this stuff smells great. It smells like a nice cologne. And again, this is the Pacific Coast Kahuna, has avocado, shea butter, sea moss. I'm not sure, and forgive me for not reading the documentation in advance, if this can be used as a brushless cream as well, but it looks like it. The texture of it is very creamy right in the container itself. I'll show it to you real quick. Very, very creamy in there. So it's not a crobe. This is a really soft cream. And I worked at it a little and got it lather. It didn't burst into lather immediately when I started working it with my brush. By the way, I'm using the Sterling brush today. Great value. But anyhow, this cream, I don't know if Elvado has changed it, because I've used their creams before and I liked them. They're a little bit thin on lather. Previously, the previous one I used, I think I used a lime. It had a great scent. But this one, and again, I'm not sure if they've changed it up, so forgive me, Elvado, and I'm sure they'll, respond either on Twitter or, in the comments below. This one seems to be a much thicker, creamier lather. Again, it doesn't explode into a voluptuous, foamy type lather, but it's very creamy, as you can see here. And the last one I used, I don't recall it being quite this consistency. This is a really nice, creamy lather here. And it smells fantastic. I wish I could describe it. I cannot. The best way that I can describe it is like that of a nice cologne. And I don't think it's necessarily a duplicate fragrance of anything. I don't know that it is. And again, folks, I don't read a lot of documentation on this kind of stuff deliberately, because I want to give you my feelings as I go. But anyway, as you can see there, quite a nice lather. And this strikes me as being more creamy as the last Elvado cream that I used. So I could be mistaken there, but that's what it seems like to me. So I'm going to go with it. And if you haven't used the R41, it's an aggressive razor. Not scary, but it is aggressive. You have to pay attention to what you're doing. But you really have to pay attention with all safety razors, to be honest. But this one definitely brings a little more aggression to the table. And I decided it's been a while. Let's break it out and give it a run again. And the Elvado is providing a very nice base for it. That's the one thing about an aggressive, super aggressive razor, although I wouldn't call this super aggressive, but I would call it aggressive. You do need a good, slick surface. And by the way, there's a bump I have there that I went over and opened it up. And that's the one thing about the R41. If you have bumps or something, it will open them up, but that's no fault of the cream. That's actually a bump on my face. All right, let's get a little bit of water in our hands here and sort of rinse just a little bit. And just relather. And that was quite good. Great smelling stuff. I know I've mentioned that a couple of times. That's really what struck me when I opened the container. I was like, ooh, this smells good. They need an aftershave like this. So that first pass was quite smooth. Very, very nice. No problems at all. And again, thinking back to the last Elvado cream that I bought, this seems to be providing a better platform to glide that razor over than the last one I had, which is Tahitian lime or something. I wanted something along those lines. That one was a really nice cream in terms of scent. The lather was a little bit thin. This one is not. So Elvado, if you've changed it, let me know. And during the weekend, when I bring this out on Saturday or Sunday, I'll talk about it. I believe they have. That's just on a performance basis. I can't remember what they told me in the email. Again, I try to steer away from influence prior to using something new, because I want it to be my, I want to give you my thoughts as they go through my head in sort of an organic fashion, rather than reading off to you what a manufacturer tells me. But I want to say this one is, seems to me to be a bit better than the last. I could be wrong. This could be exactly the same cream and it's just in my head. You always have to be aware of that. But the way it feels on my skin and the way this razor, this R41, is just gliding, it's interesting. And honestly, when I first started lathering this cream and it didn't burst into a big lather, I was a little concerned, but I kept whipping it up and it just kept getting thicker and more yogurty, and I was like, not bad. It took a little more effort, but the end result is in a very good lather here. That's what it's turned out to be. So I'm pretty pleased with it. No problems whatsoever. And again, there you see that bump. Let's rinse a little bit here. And I just want to get a little moisture on my face there, that's all. I'm just saving time by not cutting the video and doing a full rinse, because I do have things to do. It's early morning. I prepare myself to go to work. My wife's out of town, so I have to get my son's lunch and everything ready. So I have things to do. But I did, this cream smelled so nice. Smelled so nice. I wanted to do a video on it this morning and upload it later this evening when I get time. And it has been a good performance thus far. Let's add a little bit of water to my, see how it takes it. There we go. Make it a little bit slicker. Not that it needs it, but just for testing purposes. And that is outstanding. I've had a good run with this morning, and so we'll finish this third pass off and see how we do. Very nice. Razor still gliding very nicely, which is what you want. No resistance, no tugging. So good stuff. And in my opinion, thinking back to the last time I used one, this just appears to be slicker, more dense. And once again, I'm open to the possibility that I'm wrong. That won't be the first time nor the last, but this seems to me to be an improvement. Maybe they've added some different ingredients. I do not know off the top of my head, but we'll explore it Saturday or Sunday when we come back to the camera with this cream. In fact, they sent a couple of other things. Again, all of it will be given away for you folks, the loyal viewers, and I appreciate that, which is why I give these things away. Pretty nice, I must say. Smells good, feels good, and we will we'll rinse off and come back and do the post. Stay tuned. All right, and here we are back with the magic made by witches, and we'll slap a little of this on the face. And I'm not going to do the aftershave just yet today, but I'll show you what I'm going to use before we give a quick summary of what we use today. I will be using the Fine Platinum, which is a great aftershave, but I'm going to shave my head and take a shower. Then I'll slap it on when I get out. The mighty R41 did a great job. It opened up that bump there, and that will happen when you have that much blade against the face. Look, imperfections sometimes it will open up, but no worries. Let me find the cream I said over there. Stand by. So the Elvado cream, which you see here, was quite good. Seems to me that this is improved. I'm not sure we'll tackle this Sunday, but again, this has avocado, shea butter, sea moss. I don't know if their regular offering has this, but this is a great smelling cream. It doesn't burst into your typical lather. It just gets very creamy. So it doesn't get, or at least mine did not get super bubbly and foamy like a lot of creams or soaps do. And I had to work it quite a bit, but what I worked it into was a really yogurty lather that worked very well. And it seems to me better than the last time I used an Elvado product. So take that for what it's worth. It might be exactly the same. Don't know. We'll tackle that Saturday or Sunday when we use it again, and when we announce, of course, another giveaway. We use the Sterling brush, which is a great value. And with that, we're going to sign off here and say thank you all for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB. You are not. God bless.